Welcome back, Lacrosse friends. This is the 2017 LASNAI tournament here on the Onondaga Reserve. I am Steven Stamp, joined by Tom Scavetta, and we will be bringing you this game between the St. Lawrence River Wolverines and the LaxAllStars house team.
Two teams vying for a spot in the quarterfinals. St. Lawrence very impressive in their two games yesterday.
Yeah, good-looking team. No question about it. Brandon Francis comes up with that face-off win to start. Blaze Reardon to Garrett Cree, the shot and the save. And we still have LaxAllStars players making their way behind John Clavin on the camera. And into the box. There's a shot from the outside by Sal Sassano, we suspect. Hard to say. And Huron Snow passes it across. We're on the near side here. St. Lawrence trying to create something. There's a quick shot and it goes in, 5-hole. No, it's saved. Sorry about that. I thought that one had gone in. And John Calvin, our Mr. Everything, is pretty sure he made a bum save as the ball got through his legs and bounced up. I believe Jeff Melnick is in net for the All-Stars. Seems a lot. He's a Brooklyn Dodgers goalie, but not 100% sure. He wouldn't generally be wearing orange gloves, so maybe it's not. Oh, that's Brooklyn Dodgers. That's why. I was looking at the wrong sheet. We don't have sheets for this game. LaxAllStars coming up the floor. Chris Hamill running with the ball. Passes it off to Simon Wellington. Ball is loose. Nobody really able to control it. The backhand whip shot goes wide. Scooped up over there by Anton Johansson. Hamill with the jump shot on the run. That one gets away. We have a running through the crease, then playing the ball call. So the River Wolverines will make their way up the floor. Defense swarms in, closing ranks. Ball pops loose, though. And eventually, it will come out to Russ Oakes. Raked back into the net by Mitch Hannigan in net for the LaxAllStars. That shot goes wide, scooped up there by Ryan Conwell. And Mark Donahue just swats the ball up the floor. It goes flying into the penalty box where the volunteer in the box covers his head. Here come the River Wolves. There's a save through the crease, so it's going to be crease call, and the LaxAllStars will start with it. Troy Arnold. Great. Here's a chance for the All-Stars. Shot off the post. Gets up out of play. Fresh 30 for the LaxAllStars house team. That bouncer goes just wide on the far side. The shot by Simon Wellington. Going all the way to the net with the shot, and then losing his stick on the follow-through was Brandon Bradley. After the save, it bounces out, and the River Wolverines get it back. just getting their fifth man out on offense, but they take a shot before he's there. I think they're just going to let somebody. It's Blaze Reardon is the fifth guy. They're down to 14 seconds on the shot clock. Backing his way in and taking the shot was Josh Becker. Shot clock will expire. They're not going to get the ball to the net. We are almost 5 minutes in, and really not a lot of even scoring opportunities yet, let alone goals. Brian Whitmer will throw the ball up the floor. And Chris Hamill looking to get underneath. Nothing there, so he throws it back. It gets away from Taylor Cook. Adam Verhostra hands it off. That pass didn't get through. Then the ball gets away from Verhostra to Taylor Cook, and it will be possession for the River Wolverines. Driving to the net, one-hand shot is good work by Whitmer to tie up the River Wolverines player. Now Whitmer has the ball. He's going to run it up the floor. A little reverse shovel pass doesn't work out, though. It's picked up by Wellington. Nice move. Runs out of space, steps into the crease, and we are 6 minutes in, still scoreless. There's a chance. That one's turned aside as Blaze Reardon went to the net. Garrett Cree has it. Fresh 30 for the River Wolverines. There's a pass, man, all alone. Great save by Chris Hamill.
Incredible.
LaxAllStars staying with the River Wolverines from up in the Akwesasne area. That rebound comes all the way out to Josh Davis. And a goal for the LaxAllStars, the outside rip from Connor Wilson. That's not Connor Wilson. Don't know who that is. We'll find out shortly because hopefully at least the people in the box know who's out there. Whoever just scored is going to go and take a face-off.
What a shot by the All-Stars to go on top 1-0. That goal.
Sydney Steeprock.
Yep, Sydney Steeprock.
Goaltenders are Mitch Hannigan for the Lacrosse All-Stars and Trey Adams in net for the River Wolverines. Sorry for the delay. We don't really find out who's in there until somebody scores a goal and we're able to get into the live scoring. You can do so too. Go to pointbench.com. There is a LaxAllStars link for last year. Or just go up into the address box and change the 7 at the end of 2017 at the end of the address to 6 for 20. Sorry, change the 6 to a 7 and you're all set. And there's a guy in a penny with no number running the ball up the floor, handing it off. They're going to run out of 10 seconds, and they do. It'll be Lacrosse All-Stars ball. Clay Arnold has it. Ball gets across to Josh Davis. Yeah. That ball gets up out of play, and the River Wolverines run it up into the offensive zone, taking their time to set up. Outside rip and a goal. That is a bullet from the top by Angus LeBourne. Hannigan just got a piece of it, but not nearly enough to stop it from going into the net.
A really good shot. It just went right by Mitch Hannigan. It was a good effort. But the St. Lawrence Wolverines, it took them a little while to finally get a point on the board.
Brandon Francis, another face-off win. Chucks it ahead. Here's a 2-on-1 chance. Shoots near side. Saved by Hannigan. He's going to try and rake the ball back to himself and succeeds. Was Blaze Reardon with the chance. Hamill. There's a shot from the outside. That one doesn't get close by Verhostra. He's going to try again. Passes it off instead. Shot from the far side. Bounces back out. Lots of time on the shot clock. They're going to say no, they are counting it down. There's an inadvertent reset. And now we have a reset as the River Wolverines come up with it. Hannigan's going to track that one off the back boards. A little bit of forecheck pressure from Chris George. But no problem for Hannigan. Actually, a bit of a problem. They're going to run out of 10 seconds, but they do get it up to Brian Whitmer. He'll go up for an offensive shift. Brian Whitmer and I traveled in from the Toronto airport together. I picked him up on my way from Peterborough and got him in Toronto, and we drove down here and had a good chat. He's just come back from Europe. He is a lacrosse vagabond. I mean that in the very best possible sense. He was traveling around, Frank Menschner Cup, the Galucci Cup, sorry. Becker tracks it down in the corner, gets the ball off the boards. Spin move, goes to the net, shoots near side. Reset as it went off of Hannigan. Becker trying to get it back, will grab it, but he's double teamed by a defender on either side, and Hannigan comes up with it. He's looking for somewhere to pass. He's just going to throw it ahead. Popped up in the air. And we have a penalty coming to Sky Sunday. 2 minutes for slashing as he heads off to the box. Oh, my mistake. It's not 18, it's 13. It's Russ Oakes going to the penalty box.
Big penalty there as it's 1-1 with 3.5 minutes to go in this first half.
Wellington at the top on the power play. Down to the cutting. Whitmer scores. Beautiful play. Wellington to Whitmer. The W's have it. 3 minutes to go, and the Lacrosse All-Stars are back on top, 2-1.
Yeah, just as I alluded to, a big penalty there for St. Lawrence. The All-Stars capitalize, and they're scoring on good opportunities now. And that's a sign of concern for St. Lawrence, a team favored to go far in this tournament, but the All-Stars may have other plans.
Face-off win. This time, not Brandon Francis. It's Abby Bomberry gets it. And they get a chance off of it, but Garrett Cree is stopped by Hannigan. That's going to be back in as the LaxAllStars possessed the ball, and then they just lost control and went back to him. Oakes spins off a check, tosses it up top. And there's a hard shot from the outside by Sky Sunday. Again back in. And Garrett Cree will start with the ball. He's zipped in there immediately. Gets it to Sky Sunday. Great save, Hannigan on the twister. Double team on defense. And it is scooped up by Rehath Udine, sorry. Hard shot from the slot by Reardon. That one stopped by Hannigan. Mitch Hannigan is having himself quite a game here. There's a chance for Reardon, and the shoulder save, the shrug to knock it up out of play. It'll once again be River Wolverines' ball. There's another save by Hannigan. That one didn't get through. It was blocked. Looked like Russ Oakes went through the crease and played that, but must have been clear as there was no call. There's a hard shot. Hand save. Hannigan just stopping Sky Sunday. That's his best save of the game. Just dropping that hand out there. And he's got the GoPro on top of the helmet, so he should have this for posterity from his perspective. Blaze Reardon, another stop by Hannigan. That one's going to bounce all the way out to mid-floor. And a breakaway chance here. If he can handle it correctly. Gets pushed over, a loose ball foul on the River Wolverines. It'll be LaxAllStars ball. We're into the final minute of the first half. It's 2-1, LaxAllStars. Whitmer comes to be an outlet, catches the ball, leaves it there for Clay Arnold. Arnold is taken down. Penalty coming to St. Lawrence. It's going to be a slashing call to Brandon I give up. Brandon Bradley. Timeout to the LaxAllStars. They're going to try and take advantage here. 26.3 seconds to go. They didn't want to have this tick away because this way, by taking the timeout, you get the 26 seconds on the power play. If you don't score, you still have time in the second half on the power play. The time probably would have been close to running out, and they wouldn't have had as much of a chance. It's nice to split it up, and that way you can get, if you can get the ball again, you can have the full 30 seconds to work with.
The LaxAllStars converted on their first power play, Stamper, and let's see if they can do the same here. And they've been capitalizing throughout this whole game so far, playing the role of the underdog type of team this game, doing a pretty nice job. And St. Lawrence, they're making some costly mistakes out there.
Wellington will start with it up top. He passed to Brian Whitmer for the power play goal earlier in the half. Whitmer is down on the goal line extended. Ball gets away, they get it back. Whitmer up to Wellington. He's going to pull it down, back to Whitmer. Shot clock is off. That's stopped by Adams. And now, timeout to the River Wolverines.
With 4.7 seconds left, the timeout was taken. They're still in that.
They may want
down.
a couple more seconds on there. It looked like round 6, but the refs were pretty sharp on there, getting that called in. They're going to pull Trey Adams to the bench so they can have 5-on-5 and try and get a chance here to tie things up before the period ends. It will start in the stick of Ty Thompson. He's going to run for a few seconds. They did put it up to 6 seconds. Blaze Reardon. Oh, what a save, Mitch Hannigan. That looked like it was labeled for the far bottom corner, and Hannigan sticks the leg out. I believe it was the leg pad actually sticking out as he bent his knee that made that stop. Wow.
What a first half.
Now, I don't know if their plan was to put Brent Donhauser in for the second half, their other goaltender, but at this point, I would not dream of taking Mitch Hannigan out of the pipes.
No, Hannigan has had a phenomenal game so far. He looks really good out there, making a lot of saves. He's forcing a lot of shots from a lot of tough angles from a goalie to see.
Yeah, looking really sharp. We can see on his face guard there, Slash. He did play for the Six Nations Slash in the Can-Am League. And Brian Whitmer pulling Scott Neese into the huddle of the Lacrosse All-Stars team as they gather at halftime. If we can pan to the right a little bit, we'll see Scott Neese with the sun reflecting beautifully off of his head. I am Steven Stamp with Tom Scavetta. And you can see these Lax All-Stars, they're pretty into this. I think they came into this, I mean, they're a house team. They're kind of put together by all the guys who sign up individually for the tournament. And, you know, it's just kind of a lot, like whoever winds up in here. But I'll tell you, they are in this game for real against a club that plays, you know, that has guys that have played together. So they are taking this pretty seriously now. Might be their undoing if they're too serious. You got to just keep playing, be loose, play, just do what you're doing.
The second half will serve to be a true test for them to see if they can move on to the quarterfinals later tonight.
Brandon Francis and Angus LeBourne having a bit of a chat. LeBourne will be the lone River Wolverine up in the offensive zone while Francis takes the face-off. Remember, there's 33 seconds remaining in the penalty to Brandon Bradley. Huge face-off. And Francis wins it cleanly. See what he and LeBourne were cooking up. Oh, and Francis just kind of hands it over to Chris Hamill. A bit of an error. I think he thought he had somebody coming with him to help, and Francis just kind of left it there. The Lacrosse All-Stars almost throw it away, but they do get the ball back. That pass high. Pulled down. Is it going to be pulled down? Yes, it is. By Steeprock. Sydney Steeprock makes the pass to Whitmer. His hard shot from way out goes well wide. Penalty is killed. The River Wolverines get it back. LeBourne coming off a pick. Lots of room and scores. Gets Hannigan moving just ever so slightly to his left. And as we said earlier, your stick has eyes that you don't. He reaches it out on the twister and tucks it inside the post.
This is a similar start to the second half that we saw just moments ago with LCC and Onondaga. LCC was up 2-1 and Onondaga came back. Similar scenario here right now. St. Lawrence beginning to turn on the Jets.
Just a minute into the second half, and we're all tied up. River Wolverines come up again with possession off the faceoff. Chris George moves it. There's a chance. Saved by Hannigan. So he's not rattled by giving up that first goal of the second half. He is finding his spot. That one goes off him and back up into the mesh above the boards. Starting to see some of the Thompson brothers team showing up. You can see Tyson Bell back behind the boards. He's the one with all the hair. Hence his Twitter handle, Unreal Flow. Ball is loose. Wellington looked like he was going to have it, got away from him, and it's Becker coming up with it. There's a shot low and a goal. Turns out to be a crucial recovery as Becker flips it down, and the bounce shot low to low finds its way past Hannigan.
St. Lawrence kicking it into a groove right now, very quick. And they move the ball around well, getting all their players involved. And a nice shot to put them up 3-2 over the LaxAllStars.
Sky Sunday with that marker. The assist from Josh Becker. And here come the River Wolverines again, right on top of the crease. That one's stopped by Hannigan. It's going to roll all the way down. Chance for Whitmer. Can he get there in time? He picks it up. And play was blown down on the over and back. I don't really know why, because Whitmer had a chance. It actually took away a scoring chance from the Lacrosse All-Stars, and Whitmer is one questioning that himself. You can hear him up here saying, why? Oh, what a shot! Chris Hamill drops down low to low and buries that right in the corner. What a great shot.
Yeah, he just lunged that shot forward in a beautiful response. It seemed like St. Lawrence was gaining some momentum, and the All-Stars just keep chipping back at it. Beautiful shot there by Hamill.
Back to the face-off dot. Steeprock, Francis. Francis wins it out and it's scooped up there. Kai Tarbell gives it off to LeBourne. Oh, what a move by Angus LeBourne. And he gets Hannigan going one way and brings it back the other and tucks it inside the post. Boy, that's tough to deal with if you're a goaltender and a guy's that wide open on the net.
And LeBourne just scored. It's now his third goal of the game.
Yeah.
Quick offense here by the Wolverines.
Francis with another face-off win. River Wolverines would like to pad this a little bit. They try to get it through to Reardon. He's going to scoop it up off the ground. But you don't like to keep a team that you feel you should be beating. You don't want to let them hang around. And there's a goal from Russ Oakes that Hannigan would like to have back. And maybe the first of the game where he just didn't play that one well.
Yeah, Mitch Hannigan now beginning to see all types of shots from several different angles, having a lot of trouble back there by the net.
Interesting point by John Galvin saying, you start the game at one end of the floor. At the other end, you've got the boards, and then there's a layer of stone and then the wood up above. There's a great save, though, on that one. Now you switch ends, and you're looking at the glass and the opening of the front door of this terrific Fieldhouse building. Interesting. Talk to some goalies maybe about and see if it makes a difference. Blaze Reardon just kind of stands there for a second waiting to see what he can do with it. Makes the pass. It gets loose. No number Pinney picks it up. That pass doesn't get through to Josh Becker. Snagged, though. And a goal. Reaching across to the far side is Kai Tarbell. And the River Wolverines starting to put their mark on this game.
Yeah, 5 goals in under 6 minutes. An incredible stat. They're just really heating up offensively, and the All-Stars really not much they can do right now.
Yeah, great point. Actually, 5 goals in under 5 minutes even. So it went from 15:49 to 20:36. That is really remarkable. Great point. There's a shot. Hannigan's got that, but it was trickling through. Someone had to go in behind and make sure it didn't get anywhere. Actually, it looks like it was stuck between his feet. And Corey Arnold going for a run. Is he going to go coast to coast? No, it's popped out. Nice strip by Blaze Reardon, but it's picked up. And comes over to Clay Arnold. Clay Arnold. That was right. Now the River Wolverines. LeBourne puts his shoulder down, scores, reaching back across the body. What a play. Physicality and skill for Angus LeBourne.
Starting to think maybe this is part of the Wolverine strategy. They're coming on so strong in this second half.
Play possum for 15 minutes?
Little poker face maybe, but all of a sudden they're all over the field. Hannigan having all sorts of trouble.
I feel like their strategy was more likely to be score when we can, but I don't know, maybe they started to lull them into a false sense of security. That ball into the Lacrosse All-Stars bench. Scott Neese, one of our illustrious leaders, trying to grab it, got away from him. And here we go back up the other way. Kai Tarbell with the pass ahead to who else but Angus LeBourne. He makes the pass through. And there's another goal. This time LeBourne with the assist on the Russ Oakes goal.
Just turning into a field day for these Wolverines. It's crazy how a game changes so quickly. 8-3 is now the score.
Yeah, recall that 11 minutes and 45 seconds into this game, and indeed all the way through to halftime, the score was 2-1 in favor of the Lacrosse All-Stars house team. But in the 9 minutes of the second half, it has changed substantially. Sydney Steeprock. Just a little push off with that left arm and a step back. Try and get the shot, but he misses. It gets up out of play. Oh, nice save there. Off the shot by Thompson. But it goes straight back. That's going to be flung away, though, by the River Wolverines. Trey Adams will just hand it off to the official over in the corner, and we'll start play. Chris Hamill scored the last LaxAllStars goal, and what seems like a lifetime ago now. That pass gets away. Here's a break. Nice little behind the back pass. Ty Thompson takes the pass from Tarbell. Spins now off Whitmer, shoots, scores a bouncer, and it's 9-3.
8 goals scored in this second half already by the Wolverines. Just a great job there and how quick these players are.
How quick these games are. 30 minutes running time, 2 15-minute halves, and one after the other. We're already on. This is our 6th game of the day. It's flying by. Should we grab a snack after this one?
Be a good idea.
I'm hungry. LaxAllStars Gonna try and get it back up the floor. Long pass ahead. Nice job to get out of trouble. Drive to the net. Thought about going underneath. Turns, shoots. That was Reese Runco. River Wolverines slowing things down a little bit. That pass to LeBourne didn't connect. Might be the first time we've seen something not work for Angus LeBourne today. Now he's got it back. They've got 7 to shoot. He's going to take it himself. He's got room on the far side. Now he actually makes the pass to Becker. I'm not sure he was expecting that. 2 seconds. He sees the shot clock, gets the shot off. And it is a reset. He got it off in time. So the All-Stars come up with it. But then Becker working hard. Looks like he'll get possession back. Oh, no, a nice change of pace there. Oh, and then the ball's thrown away after a bunch of hard work to get it back by Croy Arnold. And here are the River Wolverines. Under 4 minutes to go. They lead by 6, 9-3. Becker. Sorry, Blaze Reardon. He's going to get that one. A little sidearm shot around the screen just inside the post. 10-3.
Blaze Reardon was actually the leading scorer heading into day 2. And so far today, that's his first goal, as far as we know.
Again, just saying that because we don't have all the scoring from the games outdoors in the outdoor box. So we don't know for sure, but definitely among the stats that we do have, Blaze Reardon having himself quite a game. LeBourne, pass across to the far side to Reardon. He hits Ty Thompson, and now it's just a shooting gallery for the St. Lawrence River Wolverines.
The tale of 2 halves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2-1 in the first half for the LaxAllStars house team. And now 10-1 in the second half for the River Wolverines. Garrett Cree passed it in on the crease, and Reardon will tuck that one home. It's hard to believe it's the same teams, the way this is going, but the River Wolverines just find their stride, and the LaxAllStars do not in the second half.
Very fast the Wolverines are up and down the floor. Impossible for this team to stop.
Don't take away, though, from the first half these LaxAllStars had. There's LeBourne again. Little twister. Actually, that's a big twister. He goes for the hard fake. Crosses the hands over and buries it. 13-3.
5 goals for LeBourne.
Oh, he's been great.
And just great stick movement, faking out Hannigan.
Also 3 assists for LeBourne, so an 8-point game. And according to the stats, those 5 goals have come on 5 shots. Has he seriously not been stopped? That's unbelievable. There's a goal for Blaze Reardon. That's his 3rd goal. According to the stats, his 7th shot. So that's still a pretty good shooting percentage, but boy, 5 on 5, that is amazing.
This is just ridiculous. Blaze Reardon now. It's his turn to just run down the floor and score. 1 minute left, 14-3.
The clock keeps running because we do not have a close game. It's well over the rule that will keep the clock running in the final 2 minutes of play. There's a shot on the doorstep for Becker that's turned aside by Hannigan. Whitmer picks off that pass. Becker trying to check him. He's not going to ram him into the boards, but he will come up with the ball with 8 seconds to play. That shot goes well wide over into the corner. Dustin Montour fighting for it, but Whitmer gets it. That's it. The final score, 14-3. I'm Steven Stamp with Tom Scavetta. We'll have lots more from the LASNAI here on the Onondaga Nation. See you soon. Bored by that game.